Welcome to Open Air Museum, het Hoogeland in Warfum, a hidden gem right in the heart of the Groningen countryside. Imagine stepping back in time and experiencing what life was like in a 19th century Dutch village. This unique open-air museum is more than just a collection of old buildings. It's a journey into history, culture, and tradition. Here you'll find all kinds of beautifully preserved historical buildings. Some of these were actually moved here from different parts of the region, and each one has its own story to tell about the people who lived, worked, and thrived here. One of the most fascinating buildings is the care home, originally built in 1668 in the city of Groningen. Back then, it offered shelter to single women, often those living in poverty. It stayed open until 1939, when the last resident passed away. In 1968, the building was carefully taken apart, moved to Warfum, and rebuilt here in 1969. When it was first restored, it was furnished to reflect the 18th century, but honestly, it looked a bit too fancy for a place meant for charity. So, we decided to change that.
And we wanted to present a simplified interior focused on a broader audience, but which also demonstrates how the concept of poverty changed from the 18th century until the present day. In this room we kept a historic interior, but much more modest than it used to be. On the back wall we added the shadows of 3 women moving around the room, and that creates a sense of energy and life without needing mannequins or actors. Plus we have a touchscreen with information about all the objects in the room, and that makes it interactive, informative, and way more engaging. The second room has got a complete makeover and is now a modern, informative room with a big display case full of objects telling the story of poverty through the centuries. You can see, for instance, a pair of trousers which have been patched up numerous times, a soup can, a donation box, or a pair of clocks gifted by the church. There's also a video screen with portraits of people connected to poverty today, and that makes the past feel super relevant. In this wall we have some thought-provoking displays. For instance, a budget game that shows how tough it can be to live from a minimum income. We have a video that shows how your life can change due to unemployment or illness. We even have some stats about poverty in the Netherlands and the world. And of course some collection boxes and crates from the food bank, which are a stark reminder of how charity works today. In the future we will modernize the rest of the museum in the same way. We will maintain the 3-dimensional experience of an open-air museum, but we will add an extra meaningful layer, and thus we will create the open-air museum of the future.